Have you ever prayed for God to change something only to find that the circumstances remain? The Apostle Paul understood that experience. He pleads with God 3 times to remove what he called a thorn in his flesh. But instead of removing it, God answered, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." When our prayers do not bring the answer that we desire, we may begin to wonder, does God still love me? Have I disappointed him? Have I failed to pray with enough faith? But Scripture reminds us that suffering is not reliable evidence of God's rejection. Faith does not require us to pretend that unanswered prayer is easy or that we understand what God is doing. Sometimes faith is simply the fragile decision to keep turning toward God, even while we're grieving or questioning or waiting. God's provision does not always come by removing our limitations. Sometimes it comes through grace that sustains us within them, perhaps quietly, gradually, and with help from the people he places around us. Now, that grace may not make us feel sufficient, but it does teach us to depend upon the one who is sufficient. This week's blog, "The God Who Works Within Our Limits," considers how God meets us when our strength and our resources seem inadequate. You can find it at richardparish.org. And I pray that you'll take a moment to read it and to remember your weakness does not mean God has withdrawn his love or abandoned his purposes. I pray that you will have a blessed week.